two types. The one for the kafir and the one for the believer. So Allah mentions both of those cases right here. Remember, if the kafir, he gets cheated out of his dunya by thinking he got a good deal with the kufr, right? And then on Yawm al-Jam'i, Yawm At-Taghaabun, he realized that the Muslims were right. It was true. As one person's going to wake up on the last day and say, it was true, I'm being resurrected. He's not going to like that. He's going to wish that he was just dirt when he sees what happens to the dogs and the cats and all the other animals. So it's going to say, وَمَنْ يُؤْمِن بِاللَّهِ, so whoever believed in Allah and didn't have that kufr. And for the believer, At-Taghaabun is the one, the Muslim or the believer who didn't take advantage of his time. Right? He didn't study, he didn't learn, he didn't practice. So then it says, وَيَعْمَلْ صَالِحًا, and the one who does good deeds. Yukaffir. Yukaffir is jawab. Yukaffir is the answer, the response if he did the man. Whoever does this, gets this. Yukaffir anhu sayyi'atihi. Allah will make kufr regarding his evil deeds. What does it mean to make kufr of his evil deeds? He'll reject his evil deeds. You understand that? Does that make sense? He'll reject his evil deeds. He won't. And who wants their evil deeds rejected? I want my evil deeds rejected. I know you do too, young man. You don't have no evil deeds yet. Okay? Not only that, وَيُدْخِلْهُ, the proof that this enters into it, because it's still got the condition. A condition is a sukoon. Oh, maybe I'm getting too technical. Don't worry about it. This is part of the condition here. وَيُدْخِلْهُ جَنَّاتٍ تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارِ. They will enter him into gardens. How many gardens are there? 4 that he told us about, right? Because there may be some Allah didn't tell us about. تَجْرِي مِنْ تَحْتِهَا الْأَنْهَارِ. How many rivers? 4 rivers. What's going to be in one river? Honey. Musaffa. Pure honey. What's going to be in another river? Milk. Its taste doesn't change. And we know how milk changes its taste. What's going to be in another river? Wine. Like Rahiq al-Makhtoum. It's going to smell real good, right? What's going to be in the other river? Pure water, right? So you guys are making tafsir. And the ulama say about this, this is tafsir. This is an abbreviation for those 4 rivers that was mentioned someplace else. Okay? Khalidina fiha abada. Look again. Khalidina means forever and abada means forever. 2 things inclined meaning forever. So that's more. Raise it up, please. We can flip. Thank you very much. Khalidina fiha abada. Residing in it and forever. Dhalika. All of that was just mentioned. Remember, we got this word dhalika. If you recite Quran, if you read Quran, you run into the same word so many times, you know what it means. So many times, how many times is this dhalika now? It's the 3rd time, right? Dhalika means that we just mentioned. All of that, al-fawzul azim, is the greatest thing you can achieve. Azim is great, grandeur, superior. Fawz is to win. That's the best. You won everything. You know, you see all these people out there trying to win $1 million and all that other stuff. This is fawzul azim. On top of that, وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا. Now, if you want to know what's going to happen to the kafirs, this is going to happen to the believers. وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا, because Allah doesn't just give you one, He gives you the other. So you can compare. So you can't say, I didn't know. You said I was going to get this if I did that, but you didn't say that was going to happen if I didn't do that. So it says, وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَكَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا. Not only does he a kafir now, he كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا. He rejects the ayat that we just gave you. We just told you this. So now you كَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا. أُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا. The same thing, except for this time there's some mercy in there. He doesn't say خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا أَبَدًا for this one. Because remember, the Taghaabun is the believer too that didn't do all he was have to do. So by falling short, he might go to hell. Don't believe a Muslim won't go to hell. The only thing he won't be there, he won't خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا أَبَدًا. He won't remain in there forever and ever. He has a chance of getting out. You see that? وَبِئْسَ الْمَصِيرُ. And what an evil place for him to end up at. Now it stops. New sign. This part here is teaching us how we're supposed to trust in Allah. Because it says, وَكَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا. They rejected our signs. وَكَفَرُوا. Now it's going to say, don't reject the signs. Trust in Allah. Trust in Allah. How? Allah says, this is how you trust in Allah. Because He tells us right off the back, مَا أَصَابَكُم مِّن مُّصِيبَةٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. Nothing. Ma is a negation of everything that comes after it. Ma asaba, whatever happened to you, min musibatin, whatever evil thing that you didn't like, musibatin, comes to you. Illa, it doesn't come to you illa bi-idhnillah. Nothing happens to you that you don't like except that Allah bi-idhnillah, except by Allah's permission. Don't think it's happening for any other reason. Allah wanted it to happen to you. And some of the hadith tell us that Allah tests us until the slave that He loves is raised up Yawm al-Qiyamah without any sins, because of the different musibahs that he has to go through. And Allah tells us what to do. If something happens to us that we don't like, what do we say? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. And then on top of that, the Messenger of Allah told us what to say after that. Allahumma jurni fi musibati wa khlif li khayran minha. Right? He says, Allahumma, follow this up, reward me in this musibah. Right? Allahumma jurni fi musibati. Reward me in my musibah. Wa khlif li khayran minha. And make the Khalifa of this better than it is here. Follow this up with some good for me. Right? Inna ma'al usra yusra. So we say, hey, if it's bad, we know some good's going to come, inshallah. So then it says, the ulama say here, after understanding this, Allah says, وَمَنْ يُؤْمِن بِاللَّهِ يَهْدِ قَلْبَهُ. Whoever believes in Allah. What does it mean here? Why is it mentioned here? It says, whoever believes that مَا أَصَابَ مِن مُصِيبَةٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. Whoever believes that all the musibahs that he's getting is from Allah, Allah will guide his heart. يَهْدِ قَلْبَهُ. It's a condition. Man. Whoever yu'min in what was just told to him, that Allah is the one that's doing these things, Allah will guide his heart. Wallahu bi kulli shay'in alim. And Allah knows if you really believe or not. Okay? This says, wa ati'u. And on top of that, ati'u Allah. Obey Allah. Sometimes some bad things happen to us, and we think we can't obey Allah now that the bad thing happened. That's not a condition for disobeying Allah. Just because something happened bad, oh, now I'm going to get nigger. I'm going to get ignorant. I'm going to leave out the deen now. No. وَأَطِيعُ اللَّهِ. Still obey Allah. وَأَطِيعُ الرَّسُولِ. And still obey the messenger. فَإِن, condition, تَوَلَّيْتُمْ. Then if you turned away, if you felt that whatever happened was so bad, now you can't act like a Muslim, فَإِنَّمَا عَلَى رَسُولِنَا بَلَاغُ الْمُبِينَ. The only thing upon the messenger is to relay the message to you, to clearly define to you what is upon you. That's the only thing the messenger, he don't got to hold you in a headlock and make you do it. It's just, بَلَاغُ الْمُبِينَ. Allahu la ilaha illahu. Again, a reminder, but this time it's a reminder with hasr. A reminder, hasr means that Allah is mentioned first. Why is Allah mentioned first? Because the object, when it's mentioned first, it restricts the action that comes after except for that thing. So if I say khubzan akaltu, meaning bread I ate, that means I didn't eat anything else but bread. So Allah says, Allahu, Allah. La ilaha illahu. There is nothing worthy of worship in reality except Allah. But Allah is mentioned first. So it's a strong way of saying that statement. So then, in light of that, وَعَلَى اللَّهِ فَلْيَتَوَكَّلِ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. So then let those who are believers trust in Allah. Tawakkal ala Allah. If you believers, then trust in Allah. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. Here's some advice from Allah. Whenever we hear Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, what do we know? What do we know? I'm not here by myself, guys. You guys are learning tafsir. Use the tafsir. No. What's that? Okay, Allah's speaking to the believers, but what is He going to do? No. Whenever you hear Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, whenever you hear that, Allah is ordering us to do or not to do something. Whenever you see in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, there is an order after that. That's what you must know. So look for it. Allah says, yes, and He is talking to the believers. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, inna min azwajikum wa awladukum aduwwan lakum fahdharuhum. The fact of the matter is, Here's a beautiful word right here. What is this word? Min. Everybody say that.